we're still in Hong Kong. I'm okay. Day 5, we leave day 6, right? No, we leave day 5. So this is our last full day in Hong Kong. And I met up with my friend's little brother who's 15. I met him when he was 8 just to check in and see how he was doing. So I went up, I think Justin slept until 6 today.
That day was my sleeping day, so
Yeah.
I felt refreshed after.
Yeah, so he's not in much of the video. He's basically passed out for most of the day. I woke up and I grabbed a taxi over to Gap Road, grabbed some oranges for his parents, and it's a pretty nice drive. They live on South Peak, so it has a pretty nice view. Really twisty and turny, and sometimes it's hard to find, but I hadn't been there in I guess like 6 years, but great view. I wanted to try barbecue, so I grabbed Matthew, and they recommended Young Key Restaurant, which is 100 years old. It's supposed to be, I guess, one of the oldest Chinese or Hong Kong style barbecue places in Hong Kong. I ended up spending $100 for like 4 dishes, so it's not cheap. Duck, pork, and the broccoli. After that, I went to Catherine's Bakery, and I think I had the best egg tart I have ever had. They keep it in this little hot oven, so it's at the perfect temperature when you buy it. Then later on at night, Brian was telling us about this hairy crab that's supposed to be really famous. So we saw them as we were walking to the subway station, and we saw people eating in there, so we went to go and find it, but turns out those were employees and they only sell the crabs. So we had to go and walk across the street and go to a restaurant that they said that they normally work with and just show them the crabs, and the restaurant would cook them. The only problem is it was kind of hard to find. We went up the escalators.
You see another escalator?
Oh, this is level 1. It says 1 right here. We thought we were on the 2nd floor. Turns out we were on the 1st floor, which is a market. And it was pretty nasty and dirty. We were seeing like stuff that kind of made us question the food we were about to eat, or the restaurant we were about to have cook our food.
I'm really glad I didn't go to this one.
No shirt. No shirt cutting your meat.
As you can see.
When I saw that guy, I was thinking I might have to come back and film this place, which I actually did the next day during working hours because it looks pretty bad. So we finally found our way up to the 2nd floor, and we found a food court that was dirtier than the one that Justin and I went to. The restaurant we were supposed to go to was closed that day, Sunday, and we just found this guy, another restaurant, and asked him to cook it for us, and he looked in the bag and said, sure. This time we knew what we were doing. We decided we better go and rinse out our utensils.
I think
so.
And they just went like this.
It's obvious that we don't quite know how to rinse it out yet, but at least we knew this time that we had to rinse it out.
Who needs a dishwasher?
So Brian was saying that these crabs are so famous that they get counterfeited. So the authentic ones have barcodes laser etched in them. We don't think these were the authentic ones. These were the same species, but not from the river or the lake that they're supposed to come from. And what you're supposed to eat is the roe. We actually got big ones, but they're still pretty tiny. There's not a lot of meat in them.
I'm gonna give you some of that good stuff.
You can see Dave's face there. He was struggling to cut it open.
Look at Dave's face.
I love crab. Crab is like maybe my favorite seafood, and I really like this. The roe tasted like a soft-boiled egg, and the meat was really sweet.
It's a lot cleaner than other crabs I've had.
Brian looks very satisfied. Not really.
What's it smell like?
It smelled pretty fresh.
Let me smell this 3 times.
So that's us working at trying to get what little meat is there. After that, we took off, and as we were leaving, I saw this, and I realized I really have to come back and film this place during the day. Dave suggested that we go to a junk ride in the Hong Kong Bay. Got there about half an hour early, and so we had to wait around.
And the junk, if you don't know, is an old Chinese boat.
Like this with the big red sails.
Yeah. Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Think of that.
It's really romantic. There were 2 gay couples, another couple, and us 5 dudes. But seriously, one of the highlights of the trip, like the views were gorgeous. If you get a chance, check out the pictures I took. They're uploaded to my site. It's just incredible.
Right, I think you really can't find this anywhere else in the world. The views are breathtaking, and just the fact that we're on this old school Chinese junk made it that much better.
Down now, okay? Oh, sorry.
There's really nothing like this in the world. I think it's really cool in the fact that you're sailing on this old school Chinese junk, and with the lights of Hong Kong in the distance, it's just breathtaking. It's awesome.
It's actually a 45-minute ride. It goes from Hong Kong side to Kowloon side, back to Hong Kong side. But we got off on the Kowloon side because we were going to go to the night market. We got some soft serve. I found this mango place. One of the best things I've eaten this trip. And the mangoes are just different in Hong Kong. They're not the Mexican mangoes that we get in the States. We finally made it to the night market. I saw this kind of street food and I was excited. I thought we were going to see a lot more of that, but it turns out that that was about it.
This was actually the ladies' market in Mongkok.
Mongkok.
So this wasn't as good, so we went to the Temple Street one, which is supposed to be like the granddaddy one. It was pretty cool. I got my fortune read, which was pretty good.
True.
Hopefully it's actually pretty good. And there were a lot of prostitutes walking around. It was just really like everything, like
Really good.
Yeah, good. Not that I did anything, but yeah, it was sensory overload.
I didn't go. Only Justin and Shin went to the Temple Street. I went to McDonald's with the rest of the guys. We were really tired. We didn't sleep till 6 p.m. And I like trying McDonald's in different countries. This one had the Ebi burger. We actually all got it, and we really liked it. And we're just wondering how come they don't have this in the States, because it's pretty good.
Also known as the Har burger in Cantonese.
I don't really taste
Shrimp?
shrimp or anything, but it's pretty good like the egg.
That's it. That was day 4. As you can see, Justin basically woke up at 6, went to a night market, got his fortune read, and went home.
Yep.
Good times. All right.
Zaijian.
See you on day 5.